Oh, what is that? Okay, cool. Funny. Hi, everybody. I'm gonna share this live onto Discord. Boo, 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 boo. Boo, boo. Boo, 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 boo. You should know. There it is. All right. Share. Discord. Oh, can I gift any memberships today? I can. Links. Going live. Links. Spooky. Spooky. Boom. Shared. Ooh, look at that. Hey, Paramonkey podcast. Cool. Nice. Oh, goodness. I see 2 people here. How are you doing? Welcome to Spooky Saturday. Got my Smallville mug for some reason. I don't know. That's what I went with today. Home of the Crows. How is everybody today? All right. Looks like the word is out. Simply heaven. Wonderful spooky Saturday. They've already left. Okay. I don't know what this is about. Okay, so hi, welcome. Yay, hi Jody. Lurking and working. Working and lurking. Are you also twerking? I finally got my hair cut. Oh my god. It was so long, and it was like I would wear a beanie on my ghost tours, and the beanie would come down to here, and then I would just have like 2 big basset hound ears of hair sticking out. Because like my hoodie would push it up forward in the back, and it would just be 2 big dog ears. It was so stupid looking. So now I can like flip it out and have it be like a cute little thing. It looks intentional now. So today, I brought visual aids. Today, I did a story time at Flying Flags Resort with Mike Dude. And let's see. A wonderful Christmas time. That's true. Let's see. So here was us. Oh, it's going to be bright. And we did editing. Oh, Jesus. Document editing. Ugh. I was dreading looking at this computer screen right now. What does this button do? Share screen. Oh, I can show you guys stuff. Nice. Edit. I don't know what that does. Oh, let me send out another 5 memberships. Wonderful spooky Saturday. Thank you. Stoner Jesus. That's cool. He got one. Tina got one. So I was Anna, and Mike Dude was everyone else. So like, here's him as Elsa. Or Vince Neil. I don't know. Depends. So we did that story time as kind of an audition for a regular. Hi, Leanne. A regular story time. And they told us that they want us to come every Saturday through the rest of the year, and probably also next year. but for now, like every Saturday. So we're going to be doing story times with a different character every week, and it's going to be so fun, you guys. So my spooky Saturdays might be preempted? No, because they'll still happen. Like I'm still doing this one. But there might be 2 shows every Saturday where one will be a live stream of our story, maybe. If it's okay with like the kids and stuff, because you know there's kids. And that gets to be like a tricky area on YouTube. Yay! I might make it like a members story live stream or something just to kind of play it a little bit safer, but we'll see. Either way, I didn't record today. As soon as it was over, I was like, oh, why didn't I do that? So, but it was super fun today, and it was super funny, and like the kids participated, and yeah, I don't know. It's going to be really fun, and that's through the end of the year. So that's what, the next couple of weeks. I just realized, I was like, through the end of the year, and that sounds really like a big deal, and it's like that's three story times, so that's fine. So if you guys want to help us decide which princesses to do, me too. I wonder if I should like put them in the chat. Oh, I have this board I could write them on. I lost my marker. What do I do? Oh, there we go. I found one. Ugh. Ugh. All right, so let's see. I'm going to say Elsa, and then Snow White, the Sleeping Bee. You guys know Sleeping Bee. Is that right side? It is. Oh, look at that. Nice. Cinderella. Ariel. I was like, I know I have more. Ariel. Belle. Let's see. Yeah. What's that middle one? I'm trying to picture my wigs that are on the wall in the back. Storytime with villains. I would love that. I do have Cruella. I could do that. Oh, Cinderella. Okay. No. Okay. Alice. I forgot Alice in Wonderland. I always forget her. Because she's like short and I'm not. And then eventually we're going to do Princess and the Pea with Hans Christian Andersen too. But I can't afford everything at once. Cruella would be super fun though. And there's a lot of dogs. Like this venue everybody has a dog. So I'll put her on there. She's our dark horse. We could go up there and tell 101 Dalmatians from her point of view. I should probably watch her movie. What is that? Oh, it's my laptop cord right here. Oh, thank you. Yay, I'm so glad I can give I'm so glad everyone helped me figure out how to gift memberships. And I just I waited till Paranormal Quest was done. I didn't want to interrupt anybody. So yeah, we'll take votes. If you guys have a princess that you think we should do in the next 3 storytime weeks, let me know. I have Elsa, and I have 2 different Elsas. I have the blue from Frozen 1, and I have the white from Frozen 2. So Elsa, Snow White, Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella, Ariel, Belle, Alice in Wonderland, Cruella de Vil. So just let me know in the chat what you did. What else? I am currently supposed to be. I was tasked with putting together like the photos and videos for a new tour that we're going to be doing. We have a couple of new tours that we're going to be doing. What is happening? Here we go. So I'm supposed to find pictures and videos and put them on this iPad with a bat on it. So I'm looking up cool stories for that tour and for another tour, but I'm looking for ghost stories. Also, I have a bunch of audio recordings on this phone of people telling us ghost stories, like local people telling us ghost stories when we went in to ask about them. So hopefully, if I could do that. Maybe. Dare I try it? Let me try it to get some good lighting. Wonderful Christmas time. Oh. Oh my God, everything's terrible. Okay, hold on. Oh, that was awful. All right, let me find a plug for this. I know I have one, but can I access it? No. Looks like no. And it's not here. All right, I tried. I have no idea where that plug is. Oh, you know what I could do? Nope, I can't do that either because it's... Oh, boy. Oh, whatever. All right, I tried to do that. Sorry about that. I was going to try to get better lighting, and I don't have the plug. I don't even know where it is. Honestly, I have no idea. Okay, so let's see. Which one was which? So there was some drama with my current ghost tour that I work for. Maleficent costume. Ooh, she's so awesome. I like her. I actually agree with her. Lighting is good. Well, there's a lot of like white overexposure here that makes me look 1,000 years old. So I was trying to fix that. Actually, I wonder if now it's probably too dark, but I don't look 100. I just look hidden in the darkness. Although this is spookier. Now you're going to be like, lighting is bad. Oh, you know what? I could turn this up. Now I'm blue. La da dee la da 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 da. Oh, good. Okay, cool. Well, I like this a little better. Do you guys have any local ghost stories about where you have lived or currently live? Thank you. A lot of makeup today. We left with plenty of time to get there, and there was a parade. And so it turned out there was not plenty of time to get there. We ended up getting there just in time. So, what are you going to do? Ugh. Okay. So let's see if I can. Oh, wait, let me get it there first. Is that this one or this one? Oh, it's this one. And then it's this one. Nope, that's not it. Where did I put? Oh, it's in the... Oh, God. Is it in the window I'm in right now? No. I have cool stuff to show you guys if I can find it. Nope. Oh, yeah, it's this one. All right, let me get to the top, and then I'm going to share my screen. Share my screen. Here we go. Share screen. Is it going to let me? No? This guy. All right, let's try that. I don't know if this is going to... All right, so hopefully you guys can see this. Oh no. How am I going to get back to my... Oh yeah, okay, cool. So let me see. Woo, this is fun. Okay. So this is what I'm looking at here. This guy, Gary the One, that's right. So this guy's name is Jeremy Rogers. He is a local Santa Barbara County sheriff. And I was going to make a video about him, but I feel like a live stream is fine. And a spooky Saturday is perfect because this guy is really something. This article is from 2020, so I would be interested to find out if more has happened. But you guys are about to go down some crazy local rabbit hole with me that will be a part of a tour that we'll be doing. A small part, but a part, because this is insane. Oh, I see. Okay. I'm learning. In June, following the death of George Floyd. Okay. Most law enforcement officers go their entire careers never firing their gun in the line of duty. Only 27% have ever used their service weapon on the job. But in just 15 years, now 20, of working for the Santa Barbara County Sheriff's Office, Deputy Jeremy Rogers has been involved in 3 shootings, all of them fatal. 3 shootings, 5 people, apparently. The first resulted in a wrongful death lawsuit. The second prompted allegations of excessive force. The third remains under investigation. So we would have to go check and see where the third is at. In 2017, he helped evacuate hundreds of people trapped at Camp Whittier by a fast-moving wildfire, which earned him an award for bravery. So if you guys remember, I have a video on this channel called Spirits of Kachuma Lake, or Spirits of Kachuma, and that fire was in it. So I might have already shown a picture of him on this channel. But earlier in his career, he also inadvertently caused a head-on collision during a wrong-way DUI pursuit that killed 2 people, maimed another, and led to a negligence claim that cost Santa Barbara taxpayers $4.8 million. So he caused a crash that killed 2 people. And I don't think that counts against his 5 violent deaths, but it may be. Rogers remains on active duty. That's true today, I think. It is unknown if he has ever been disciplined. The department won't say. They won't say where he is currently stationed or if any other public complaints have been lodged against him. So they get the information in this article. So there's your citation fact. He needs career change counseling at best. I agree. So let's see. Honorably and courageously, says Sheriff Bill Brown. So don't vote for Brown, I guess. His duty to protect the community has placed him, I don't know if he talks like, in harm's way on numerous occasions. The 3 shootings he has been involved in, while tragic, were all precipitated by the actions of criminal suspects. All 3 shootings were meticulously investigated by ourselves, and we found no wrongdoing on our part. Thank you. The end. 2 of them have been deemed to be within Sheriff's Office policy. Well, then those policies should change. And a shooting review panel will convene later this month to review the last shooting. Each shooting was also independently reviewed and found to be justifiable under the law by the district attorney. So we need a new one of those too, I guess. But The title of this article is "Does Trouble Find Him?" Because like, how does he always end up in the middle of it? So Roger's 40, even though he looks 10. Let me see. That's an 11-year-old kid right there. He's 40. Now he's 45. He does not look. Anyway, all right, sorry. Jeremy Rogers, 40 years old, was born in Oklahoma and went to college in Texas, where he worked as a jail guard for 3 years. A lot of cops, if they've ever worked in a jail, they do not see anybody else as a human being. It's so dehumanizing to prisoners that they look at everybody like they're a disposable criminal scum. And when they get it wrong and they're just like harassing innocent citizens, I know, Buford T. Justice, they get mad and they get defensive instead of like apologizing and being like, wow, we really overstepped. Instead, it's, you don't know what I've been through. You don't know how stressful my job is, like a wife beater. Anyway, he then spent 2 years as a correctional officer at the federal prison complex in Lompoc. So he was in jail for 3 years and prison for 2 years, dehumanizing people there. Awesome. During his training, superiors noted he had difficulty following directions and managing his impulses. Oh, so he was always all deep in his feels there too. Very emotional man. Or 11-year-old man in his dad's clothes. I know, if he wasn't working for ICE when this article was written, he has to be now. In an interview with detectives following his second shooting, Rogers briefly talked about his motivation for becoming a peace officer. Quote, "My cousin was killed by a wrong-way drunk driver. That had an effect on why I chose this profession." Oh my God, he used his topic sentence and repeated the question as part of his answer to hit his word count. Jesus. Trouble managing impulses? That sounds just like the police. Yeah, you never want the police to have impulse control. Ugh. So he chose this profession because of a vendetta and a chip on his shoulder. Killed by a wrong-way drunk driver. Wait a minute. Didn't they just say that he caused 2 people to die with a DUI wrong-way driver? I swear. Yeah, look. There it is right there. A wrong-way DUI pursuit that killed 2 people. Aren't they not supposed to pursue because it's so dangerous and it like escalates the danger exponentially? It's funny. This is great. This looks like a dangerous situation. Oh dear. Donald George, recently disabled by brain surgery, was standing at his walker and holding a gun when he was shot. Donald George had recently undergone surgery to remove a brain tumor when he was shot and killed by Rogers and 2 other deputies. Did they also fire their weapons? Are they like the robots in Futurama where it's like, someone said fire? The procedure, which didn't go well, left the 64-year-old retired engineer and Vietnam veteran highly compromised and severely depressed. He had difficulty speaking, could barely hear, and used a 4-wheeled walker to get around. At 7:44 a.m. that morning, George's wife of 40 years, Carol, frantically called 911 because he had retrieved his loaded handgun he kept in his truck and was threatening to commit suicide. Honestly, the dude had brain surgery and he's 64 and his surgery was bad. I mean, he says, quote, "I don't want to live like this." After a restless night of little sleep. Who hasn't been there? And he says, quote, "I'm going to be a vegetable." That is fair. But the wrongful death lawsuit that Carol filed in federal court paints a very different picture of events than the sheriff's narrative. It states that when Donald saw how distressed Carol was, it softened his resolve. "This is a beautiful day," he told her, as he guided both of them to the backyard of their stately home. "Let's just sit and have a nice day." So she called the police, and then she ran out and said, "Please don't do this." And he said, "All right, let's just have a nice day." He probably meant to do it again later, but just give her some more time, you know? Cops don't do pursuits because it's far more dangerous. Yeah. I don't think they're even supposed to. Deputies Rogers, Jarrett Morris, and Joseph Schmidt, all of whom had been with the department for less than 3 years at that time, soon arrived armed with AR-15 rifles. So you have a call saying that somebody is going to self-harm. And so the cavalry runs in with rifles. Carol went to meet them at the front door, but the deputies blew right past her. So she's like, he's going to hurt himself. And so they're like, not if we can get to him first. I don't know. Like, what is happening? Like, if you have someone who's going to jump off a bridge, are they going to rush up with guns and like push you off? I don't understand. What was the goal here? So the deputies blew right past her. They did not ask her any questions. They did not interview her. They did not assess the situation. They did not evaluate the physical layout of the property. They did not wait for properly trained deputies or for their supervisors to arrive at the scene. Instead, Rogers and his partners fanned out over the property. As they took their positions, Carol begged them not to scare Donald. Rogers was supposed to watch the front of the house, but he left his post, walked along a side path to the backyard, and suddenly confronted Donald, who was standing at his walker on a small bedroom patio. He was holding a small silver pistol. The deputies ordered Donald to drop the gun. He refused, saying something like, "No, you won't," and then pointed it at them, the deputies told investigators. They fired 11 rounds, and Donald fell. The bullet struck his chest, thigh, and forearm and shattered his right femur, which is supposed to be like the most painful thing that can ever happen to you. I've heard. Gosh, I hope I, knock on wood, never find out. Rogers then jumped onto the patio, stood over Donald, and fired a round point blank through his face. So he's been hit at least, let's see, chest 1, thigh 2, forearm 3, right femur 4 out of 11, at least 4 times. And he's going to stand over there and shoot him right in the face, even though he's not a threat anymore. Rogers told investigators he did so because Donald appeared to, quote, manipulate the gun and lift his head to look at him. Carol's attorneys argued that Donald was likely convulsing from the trauma and glancing around in shock and panic. Also, I mean, he's got a cop climbing on top of him. So, like, if someone climbs on top of you and you haven't been shot 5 times, you're going to probably look up at them, right? Rogers described Donald's eyes as, quote, very large, like he was in a hurry. You mean like he was terrified, and you mean like he had just been shot a bunch of times? You mean like that? Let me see. So sometimes when I stream from my computer, it freezes, and I'm just going to check on my phone and make sure that I haven't frozen. Some more frozen talk. As if today hasn't been frozen enough. All right. Oh my God. I didn't know you guys could see me. I didn't know that I was on the screen. Wow. I'm going to go ahead and close that so I don't have to look at myself. Okay. Hi. Wow. Okay. Just before the gunfire erupted, Carol said she had heard her husband, who wasn't wearing his hearing aids that day, loudly call her name. So probably his last word was Carol. The following Sheriff Brown told reporters the deputies had acted appropriately. They were forced to make a split-second decision in a life-or-death moment. The district attorney's office deemed the killing a justifiable homicide, citing Georgia's alleged decision to threaten deputies with a loaded pistol, because that's what he was doing, right? And calling it a clear-cut example of, quote, suicide by cop. You could, like, loosen up one of your tail light bulbs, and that's also attempted suicide by cop right there. Let me make sure there's. Because you never know, they're going to freak the F out. Okay, let's see. County attorneys fought tooth and nail for the next 5 years against Carol's lawsuit. They argued Donald died because of his own, quote, negligence and misconduct. Bro was having the lowest day of his entire life, including Vietnam. And they're going to call him negligent? Like insult to injury. Way to shoot a guy in the face when he's down, right? Federal judges, however, ruled the civil matter should be allowed to proceed to trial because of significant discrepancies in the deputy's statements to investigators. Oh, so they all had a different story? Interesting. Including which of them spotted Donald first, whom exactly he pointed the gun at, which deputy fired first, and so on. I don't know. There was just so much going on. Deputies' audio video recorders were turned on at the time. That they probably were. And then, oops, we lost. Someone post brain surgery couldn't be competent, let alone negligent. I know. This never should have happened and was like so easily avoidable if you just aren't a effing maniac, like a complete off your rocker nut job, or like a terrified little squirmy worm who lives in fear of old people. Sad old people. This old man is sad. I'm so scared. Ugh. The judges also noted that Donald was shot even though he had not committed a crime. He was not resisting arrest or trying to flee. Not that he could have. The domestic disturbance had apparently ended by the time deputies arrived, and he was entitled by the Second Amendment to possess a loaded firearm on his property. He was totally allowed to have that. The case went all the way. Oh, actually, I don't think they were allowed to enter his property without a warrant. I mean, she called, but she was going to stop them at the door, and they shoved her out of the way. So, like, isn't that illegal search and seizure to get to the point where... Anyway, the case went all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court, which denied a petition by the county. Dismissed. They were like, stop, don't tell people. On immunity grounds. We're police. You guys, come on. Bro code. A trial date was scheduled for 2015 in Los Angeles, but before opening statements could begin, Carol accepted a $650,000 settlement from the county that released the deputies and the government from any official wrongdoing. I wonder if they threatened her. I wonder if they were like, if you go, you'll never have a peaceful day where you live again, because we all live here. In Denver, we now have non-armed crisis to such situations, as our cops used to do stuff like this a lot. Tons of lawsuits. See, that's what everybody should have. If it's not like, it's not somebody who's endangering other people. If it's somebody endangering them, why would you run up pointing a gun at them? That's so stupid. Carol, a retired school teacher, might have been to secure a larger payout if the litigation had continued, but that wasn't her priority. Those with knowledge of the case have said she cared more about improving training for sheriff's employees who people in high-stress situations. No departmental reforms, however, were stipulated in the final agreement. So why did she settle? Probably just exhaustion? That's why I can see being like, you know what? You guys have taken everything from me. I'm not going to give you any more time. Hi, Kathy Lee. Welcome. I put it in the Discord, but I know. I'm really proud that I was able to get it into Discord today. Okay. Earlier with UI wrong way driver, I think. Marcus Antonio Arredondo. That's hard to say. You will always be in our hearts. We love you. We will see you when is our time. Go. Oh man, I wish I could like a tombstone editor and like help people make sure that there's no typos or anything before they even get it. Because it's probably like a cake. Like, I bet it's like a cake where you write exactly what you want on there and they put exactly what you wrote. Like, they aren't liable for the misspellings. But it would be really for me, like as a cake decorator or as a tombstone carver, to not want to fix it, or like call them and say, hey, did you mean it's our time? Did you mean gobble like a turkey with two B's? I don't know. I'm just saying. Marcus Arredondo's parents witnessed his death from their own car, and his sister Jessica was paralyzed in the crash.